Do you want to know what the one quality all leaders or successful leaders have in common? Well, hang in there because today that's exactly what we're going to talk about. And hey now, we are back. Always have to deal with these network issues. I don't know why, but I think I will write a strongly worded letter to AT&T. And the funny thing is that there's a tower not even 2 miles from here. I don't know. Anyway, hey there, Isai Rodriguez coming at you with more tips, tricks, and advice so that you can get the most out of your network marketing business. So as you're hopping on, if you could give me a thumbs up, show me some love, drop me a heart, a little comment. If you're catching this live, drop me a hashtag live. If you're catching this replay, drop me a hashtag replay. How is everybody today? Let me apologize for last week, Friday. I had something planned to talk about, which is actually what we're going to talk about today. And a few emergencies that came up at work, and I couldn't make it, the broadcast. So anyway, enough about that. Here we are, beautiful Monday. How is the weather by you? Drop it in the comments. Let me know how the weather is where you are. Is it sunny? Is it raining? Is it windy? Let me know. All right. So the one important quality, or that most, if not all, successful leaders have in common. And let's start with a little quote by an ex-president of ours. Not all readers are leaders. However, all leaders are, in fact, readers. So that's a really good quote from one of our ex-presidents way back in the day. I believe his name was Harry Truman. No, I'm kidding. I wrote it down. But this phrase, this quote is so on point. There's a lot of people out there that read, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they are leaders. And that's because a lot of times we read, we consume, but we never do anything with the information. We never take action on what it is that we learn. Now, a lot of people, they read for the, just for the entertainment value. And that, there's nothing wrong with that. But, when you're in business, when you're trying to build something, when you're trying to change your mindset and you're consuming these books, you're reading, and, you're getting all this information. If you're not doing anything with that information, then essentially you're wasting your time. You're collecting data, you're filling your head with knowledge, but you're not really going to retain much or learn anything if you don't take action on what it is that what you're reading. Because I would say at least 80 to 90% of what you actually learn or what you actually retain is the action that you take because of what you've read. You read some kind of tip, and this goes for blogs and articles and things like that. Anything you consume that you would consider educational, if you're just consuming it and not doing anything with it, then essentially you're a consumer, which is, that's nothing wrong with that. But again, we're here to learn, to build something, you know what I mean? So when we're consuming these different training videos or, books that we read, blog articles that we go through, then, if we're not taking the information and doing something with it, then we're technically a consumer. We're wasting time. You need to take what it is that you learn and apply it. So having said all that, having gone through that, I wanted to give, well, let's just say that I've been putting together a list, as I go through different trainings and seminars and webinars and blogs that I read and stuff that I consume. You can always find great recommendations for books to, build yourself up or to build your business. But again, if you're not taking that information and doing something with it, then you're wasting your time. So I figured, as I'm putting these resources together, these books, I realized, like, man, I have like a list of almost 100 books or so that I can recommend to my audience. And I figured, you know what, let me put together a list of 5 or the top 5. And this is a combination of books that I've read and some that that I'm going to read. And I went, like, the ones that I read, I have a pretty good, a little couple of lines of what it is, like the main idea that I got from these books. So I wanted to share that with you. Hopefully you can take that and make a decision and, read the book, obviously, and then do something with it. So the first book that I have, and I had to reorder these a few times. The first book that I have here is Your First Year in Network Marketing by Mark Yarnell. Now, this book is basically a classic. It essentially breaks down what the industry is as a whole and what you can expect, especially like when you're just beginning and you're just getting your feet wet in this industry. If you have no clue what this is or what it's all about or what to expect, like, this book by Mark Yarnell is an excellent resource. It essentially breaks everything down to the letter, and it gives you some workable expectations, something that you can be like, okay, well, I should be working on this, I need to look at that, and it gives you a good general overview of what the industry is about. Number 2, Go Pro by Eric Worre. If you're in the industry and you haven't heard about this book, it's kind of questionable, but Eric does an excellent job at breaking down the 7 critical components to becoming or being a network marketer. Like, if you were to take what network marketing is and you were to, break it down into the 7 key pillars of what a professional would have to learn to become a professional, like, this this book essentially breaks that down. And Eric does an excellent job into going into, like, detail and examples and stuff like that. I've read it. Actually, I listened to it like 3 or 4 times on audiobook, and then I read it once or twice. And I need to read it again. The third book is The Miracle Morning for Network Marketers by Hal Elrod. Now, this book is based on Hal's original, Miracle Morning book. So there's like a whole, I'm not going to say a product line, but there was the Miracle Morning, and then he kind of took that concept and applied it to different industries. Like, so there's a network, there's a Miracle Morning for network marketers. There's a Miracle Morning for sales professionals. There's a Miracle Morning for real estate agents. There's a Miracle Morning for college students. So, and it basically, he explains how important it is to get your day off right using a formula that he calls the Lifesavers, and you've probably heard me talk about the Lifesavers, in past videos. And again, that's S is for silence or meditation. The A is for affirmations. V is for visualization. The E is for exercise. The R is for reading, and the S is for scribing or journaling. And he breaks this down and basically explains how you can use this and apply it to your business and how you can get the most out of your, the most productivity out of your network marketing business. The fourth recommendation, and these aren't really in any order. I just had a whole list and I kind of highlighted the ones that I felt were critical for me at this point. I may revise this later on in the day. But the fourth one is A Business of the 21st Century by Robert Kiyosaki. Now, if you don't know who Robert Kiyosaki is, he is the author of the world famous finance book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And that being said, what he says in this book about network marketing and the validity of the industry and why it's such a, I wouldn't say a perfect, but it's such a great way to break in to like the entrepreneurial world. Like his views coming from like as an entrepreneur, like coming from like the traditional brick and mortar style entrepreneur road, like his input, his insight on like why it is that he recommends network marketing is priceless, to say the least. And the last book that I want to recommend to you, actually no, there is two more books. So the second to the last, I believe this is 5, Get Over Your Damn Self by Rami Newstad. Now, I love this book. It's kind of written from more of a female's perspective. So if any females out there that are following me want to learn or understand what it is they should be doing in their business from that female perspective, this book is definitely for you. However, guys, you can definitely learn a thing or two from this book. I personally like her, pardon my language, but her no bullshit approach to the whole network marketing. Like, how do you attack your business? How do you come at it? How do you build your business? Like, what it is you have to do. And she kind of goes into detail and examples, and there's no fluff. There's no, it's just right to the point. This is what you got to do. Get over yourself. Like, I think that's like within the first chapter or the introduction, it's like the first thing you have to do is get over yourself. It's not about you. It's about them. It's about your audience. It's about how you can help them achieve what it is that they want to achieve. So for that, from that aspect, from that point alone, I really, really appreciate, I really like that book. And I always recommend it, because of the way she just, there's no sugarcoating. And for me, that's the type of person that I am. I don't like the sugarcoating. Just give it to me as it is. It's going to hurt, but I'd rather it hurt for a little bit than hurt for a long time, like me trying to figure stuff out. Just tell me what it is. Like, what do I have to do? And I'll get it done, If that's the type of person you are, like me, then I urge you to get that book. What was it? I can't remember the name. The Get Over Your Damn Self by Rami Newstad. And the last book, the 6th book that I wanted to recommend is Hypnotic Writing by Joe Vitale. Now, Joe Vitale is, I'm not going to say he is the god, but he is up there with the gods in the world of copywriting and direct sales and, putting together a sales letter, and how this relates to network marketing, because that's his thing is more direct sales. Again, like flyers, sending physical flyers with advertisements to businesses, to actual locations, whether it's a business or residence. That's his thing. And the reason why I really like this book is because when you're really digging into network marketing and you're posting on social media, you need to write your social posts in a way that grabs people's attention. And the way that this book is written, just the title kind of grabs your attention. Hypnotic writing, and exactly what the title implies is exactly what you find inside. It's essentially why is important, how to create hypnotic writing, and a bunch of examples. And I literally mean a bunch of examples. There's maybe the chapters are fairly small, but then there's a bunch of examples, and then maybe a little worksheet area where you doodle and you kind of jot down a few ideas. So I really like this because, again, in this day and age where we're on social media, and granted, a lot of the things we do or that the things that work, you may say well, I don't need that if I'm doing video. But let me explain something real quick. Is that when you're talking to someone, whether it's through the written word or face to face or through video, you still need to approach your message or deliver your message in a way that cuts through the BS, that just kind of grabs attention and gets people to listen to everything that you have to say. Now, think about that. How important would that be in your business? You know what I mean? Is that something you think that would really help? If you can write a few lines in your social media and have people instantly oh, what's going on here? Curious, people really wanted to know what you're up to, and what it is that you're talking about, really pulling them in. Isn't that what we're ultimately here to do? Market to people and have them come to us. So for that reason, and that reason alone, I recommend this book, Hypnotic Writing by Joe Vitale. I have a whole mess of other books here that I would recommend, and I'm actually going to give this list to you guys if you sign up for my 10-day free online recruiting bootcamp. So I'll probably drop in the comments section a link so that you can get on that list. And those of you that do will not only be signed up for my 10-day online recruiting bootcamp, but you'll also receive my list of, right now it's at 21. I'm probably going to add maybe about 4 more, make it 25. But we'll see. So get on the list, get your free resources, and let's start building something together. Also, lastly, if you haven't done so already, follow my page, set it to see first. If you're catching this on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, hit the little bell icon so that you're notified when I upload videos. And as always, I'm always looking for those leaders, people with leadership qualities, people who are looking to build something of their own, some people that have that desire to do something better, to break the shackles of corporate America, to essentially spend their time doing what it is that they want, when they want, how they want, with whom they want. If that sounds like you and you're ready to do something, then drop me a message, drop me a line, send me an email, whatever. Get in touch with me. Let's see what I can do for you to get you on that road to building your dream lifestyle. Until the next video, take care now. Bye.